the news of the week with your anchorman, Dennis Miller.
I want to thank you first off, and there's this woman who comes to every show. I don't even know your name, but I always see you're always sweet, and I got you these flowers because I wanted you to... There you go. What's your name? Her name's Helen. Her name's Helen. Helen! Good for you. Yeah, okay. Now listen, I want to get this out of the way up front. I want to thank all the crew and the staff here. They're all very nice people. I had a great time working with you. And I want to say that our 1-900 line, we've had 80,000 calls in the last 2 days protesting. The Tribune in Chicago has been inundated with calls. We've got thousands of letters from people, 80,000 calls, and probably go over 100,000 calls. I just want to say that I take none of this lightly. I know sometimes my persona in television has been to be somewhat of a cynical prick, but I'm genuinely touched by what you've done for me. I won't forget it. Good evening. Good evening. Time to get back to Prickville. Good evening, and what can I tell you? George Nosferatu Bush reacted strongly this week when a reporter flashed a color photo of Al Gore at him. He then ripped his heart out and ate it in front of the old man. How many here think they'd make a better president than me? You know, things are getting worse and worse for George Bush. It seems like every rally he attends lately, the crowd starts going, na, 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 na. Goodbye. Ted Kennedy gave a pat on the back to a member of the Boston Youth Cleanup Corps this week. The youth spend most of their time gathering empty beer cans on the Kennedy estate. While the first presidential debate took place unexpectedly last week, here we see Bill Clinton and Dan Quayle discussing their political agendas. Al and Tipper Gore gave thumbs up to the new Ray Stevens Greatest Hits video compilation this week in Kentucky. Here we see Tipper shrieking, "I just love the song about the squirrel running around the church." As Bill Clinton gently caressed his wife's shoulders during a brief campaign stop, he thought to himself, well, looky over there, who's she? Wonder if they're real. Sore loser Ross Perot had the Statue of Liberty strafed this week. Militants in Nicaragua laugh it up during a protest when one of them puts on a gas mask and yells, "Look at me, I'm a bug, buzz." Here we see German Chancellor Helmut Kohl and Foreign Minister Klaus Kinkel last week, just as Kohl rips off his skin-like mask and reveals he is really Benny from L.A. Law. During a meeting between Hosni Mubarak and James Baker, Mubarak suddenly turned to the press and asked, "What do you mean I'm funny? What am I, some kind of clown here to amuse you?" Secretary of Education Lamar Alexander spent a full 45 minutes gazing at his hand this week after someone slipped a hit of Microdot into his Diet Coke. After criticism that Joe Camel was aimed at children, the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company canceled their ad campaign. Instead, they'll be opening their new theme park, Kitty's Joe Camel World, in Florida next summer. Rides include It's a Small World Inside an Oxygen Tent and Tumors of the Caribbean. Elizabeth Taylor held reporters at bay this week as she held a piece of paper containing the name of her next lucky husband. Bonnie Brightbell takes a young ocelot to the watering hole at Florida's Zoological Park. Bonnie's little friend will be full-grown by next year, and a trip to the water hole will end in death. I'm out of water. You're out of water. The whole place is out of water. This just in, Leona Helmsley has escaped from the Danbury Correctional Facility. Here we see 10-year-old inventor Clint Lenz as he displays his glow in the dark toilet seat. Lenz invented the seat after his father mistook him for a commode early one morning after a chili fest. And finally, Dr. Kevorkian smiles broadly this week after being acquitted of murder charges. Kevorkian has no immediate plans, though in the future he said, I would like to kill some more people if that would be okay. Guess what, folks? That's the news, and I am out of it.
From Los Angeles, live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight, Tom Selleck, Gloria Steinem, musical guest, the Allman Brothers Band. This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's everything you want a beer to be.
Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, cold Miller Lite, I like it like that.
Brewed from the start to be the one great tasting beer that's less filling, Miller Lite's everything you want a beer to be.
I didn't think she'd come. I knew she'd come.
Miller Lite, I like it like that. Come on.
My kids left a dirty shirt and socks in a fish cooler. The smell of mildew nearly knocked me down. Whew, awful. My sister wouldn't let me throw them away.
Ultra Tide with bleach has the power to knock out odor. Take a dirty, smelly sock. Gets only this white with some detergents, but with Ultra Tide with bleach, it's gleaming white. And the odor's gone.
They look new again. Patricia Dudley.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Check out the scrumptious new Nestle Crunch NBA World Champions bars. With 12 different bars, you just may find your favorite champion. So, give it a shot. Slammin'.
For 3 days only at Sears, every gallon of paint, every roll of wallpaper is on sale. Save 10 to 33% on every gallon of paint and 33% on every wallpaper pattern in stock. But hurry, sale ends Saturday at Sears. Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. When dryness really counts, be sure to be dry. Sure Solid has the most effective wetness-fighting ingredient you can buy. For dryness no one can beat. So you're either sure or unsure. Sure. Unsure. Be sure to be dry.
Welcome back. You know, tonight's show is our last show, and the last time I'm going to ask you to call one of our 900 numbers. Once again, got 80,000 calls so far. Let's push it over 100,000, make these people sweat. Plus, all the money from the net profits from the calls go to the Pediatric AIDS Foundation. I think we've made them a lot of money so far. So, if you... Now, the people at Sprint told me that these lines will be open into the beginning of next week, so you can call anytime you want. If you think the show should stay on the air, 1-900-468-2210. And if you don't think the show should have been canceled, 1-900-468-2211. And the lines, like I said, will be open all weekend in the beginning of next week. My good friend Nick Bakay, I got a nice telegram here from a friend. I'd like to read it to y'all. It says, Dear Dennis, they're crazy to cancel you. Only a guy like you could have made me what I am today. A fruit bat. Jinky the fruit bat.
He's there for you when it counts.
Jinky has always been there. So, what else? What do we do next? You know, I've had a lot of great guests on my show, and over the... Sweet. Feel like Dean Martin's swing pad or something. Everybody's checking in. How are you?
I guess that makes me a gold digger.
Yes, it does, baby doll.
For those of you at home.
Thanks for coming on. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, except I'm pretty disappointed that,
Well,
that
that's
this
sweet of you.
happened, and I don't think that it's right. I don't think it's okay, and I came by to tell you that we're for you, and
Well, I appreciate
we're
it.
waiting
Thank
for you.
And
You know, I decided that I should probably go by and talk to those guys.
oh, trying to...
You know, I've been known to be persuasive.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have ignored 80,000 phone calls of people saying they want you to stay on the air.
What would you use?
Well, Dennis,
It's the old ice pick theory. Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Sure it's going, Yeah. Hey. Something about a woman with an ice pick that gives me a rash right here, my upper chest. Somebody else we've had on the show over the few months come in to say goodbye is the diminutive one from Saturday Night Live, David Spade. Spudley? You're beautiful, man. You're one of the heavyweights, and you're checking in with your support, and I'm touched. And who the hell gave you that haircut? Mengele? What the hell is that? That is Haircut Terminus, the Klaus Barbie story. What happened there?
I have no detectable hairstyle. Now, listen, before I tell you, I just want to say, on kind of a straight note, you know, I'm a good friend of yours, and you've been a good friend of me. You set out to do your own show. You did a nice job, and I respect you for it. And I'll be at the Chicago Improv, August 18, San Diego, 4 through 9, the MTV Video Awards. And
What is this? Call Arsenio.
it's not about. Look, it's not about. He owes me some money. It's something else.
Okay. Thanks for coming on,
Good to
Spudley.
see you.
David Spade. You know, at first. Woo! Woo! It's the heartfelt moments that make me think, damn it, yeah, this is worth it. My first guest is the Emmy Award-winning actor who starred on Magnum P.I. for 8 seasons before making the transition to big screen. Tom Selleck, bro! The big guy. Hey, now, did you and Sharon do a shower scene once?
Yeah, actually, well, it isn't. I'd like to be able to say the last time I saw her was in the shower, but it was 2 times ago because I saw her in Cannes. Yeah, when she did an episode of Magnum P.I. years ago, and one of the scenes was we climbed in the shower together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get... And those are women screaming. So, hey, now the baseball thing, this must be a big thrill for you because you've been a jock your whole life, right? So you went over and shot a baseball film in Japan?
There's a lot of kid in me. I mean, most people I think in this country grew up with little fantasies about baseball, and I certainly had more than most. So if I had to do two fantasies as an actor. One would be a big Western, which I got to do a couple years ago, and the other would be to do a baseball movie. And it was getting close, because pretty soon I got to play coach if it doesn't work out.
You're moving off the active list.
Yeah. It was, but I play a ball player at the end of his career who doesn't think he's at the end of his career. But it was fun. It was mostly fun because I used research as an excuse to run around to a lot of major league clubs.
Yeah, and hang out with the guys.
Hang out with the guys. And
well, the camaraderie, and that's the best thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they really liked me. They put atomic bomb heat rub in my jock strap, skin lube in my shoes, so I knew I belonged.
Wow.
You know?
Well, I put skin lube in my jock strap. But the thing, I don't even do films.
It's real slippery stuff.
Yeah, it sure is. That's why I prefer it. Now.
It's normally for blisters.
Yeah, well, that's why I used it. I'm just riffing. You can see the humor is just all rhythms. You don't even have to say anything. You just set it up, and I go, it's like iambic pentameter or something. Well, now, this is a great honor they've accorded you. Nick's going to help us in the grand unveiling here.
You're on baseball.
Get up here, Nick. Give me a drum roll.
Yeah.
Drummer, sorry to get you out of that dilaudid shock over there, but the big one with Mickey. Yo, his old baseball card. Billy, who are you with there?
That's Frank Thomas.
Oh, Frankie Thomas.
Yeah, a guy who's a lot younger and a lot better than I am.
Frank Thomas, first sacker for the White Sox.
And he's playing, he plays a role in the movie, and he plays my nightmare as an aging ball player.
The guy who's coming up nipping at your heels. We'll talk more about it. We got to take a break, and we'll be right back with Tom right after this, folks.
Awesome.
Furniture savings.
Featuring genuine Italian imports.
Now through Monday at 9 at Harlem.
Genuine Italian leather sofas.
Fabulous value at $11.99.
A phenomenal value at $7.99.
At only $5.99.
It could only be Harlem.
Imported Italian 5-piece bedroom.
Dresser, mirror.
2 nightstands and headboard.
A fabulous value at $15.99.
A phenomenal value at $10.99.
At only $7.99.
It could only be Harlem. Hurry.
Awesome.
Savings sale ends this Monday at 9.
Harlem Furniture, you like our style.
Something extraordinary is going on. Wall Street is moving. It's moving out of New York all the way to Chicago. Because now Wall Street is moving to Citibank. At Citibank, you'll find expert investment consultants who will help you choose what's right for you. From over 600 mutual funds, stocks, bonds, and money market funds. Because Wall Street is moving to Citibank.
Every 8-ounce bag of Kraft shredded mozzarella is made from 2 quarts of milk. How do they do that?
Well, 2 Italians pour the milk into the cheese that got so big that it exploded into little pieces.
Every 8-ounce bag of Kraft shredded mozzarella is made from 2 quarts of milk. That's why it always tastes better than imitation shreds, made with almost no milk at all. Kraft shredded mozzarella. For all the taste, all the time.
K-R-A-F-T. I love that story.
Cub fans, this is your chance to vote for the 92 Cub MVP. To vote, call 1-900-820-CUBS, $1.45 per call. Children under 18 must have parental permission. Be ready with your favorite player's uniform number. Proceeds benefit WGN-TV, Children's Charities, and Cubs Care. The program sponsor, the Robert R. McCormick Tribune Foundation, will also contribute $1 for every call made. Again, that number, 1-900-820-CUBS, $1.45 per call, will honor the winning player during the October 3rd Cubs game.
Hey, look what I got you. I know you like a good cigar, and these are real Cuban ones here.
Wow.
Are they good ones?
Yeah, we're going to get arrested?
You can, no, I found them in my Cuban drawer. Here, go ahead, use this little wrist thing. And, oh, you don't do that? Okay.
No, you do it. You do it.
Okay. All right, let's play Anne Boleyn.
Dana Delaney did this for me once, better than almost anybody I know.
Wow, very
sorry,
cool.
I dropped the tip.
Can I light it for you?
Yeah.
There we go. That is a big stogie, man. You gotta have a...
They're taking still pictures of this.
You gotta have a big Magnum head to smoke that stogie.
Yeah. It's going to kill my dad. He never wanted me to smoke. And I don't smoke much. I smoke about 1 cigar a month and no cigarettes. So, sorry, Dad.
Hey, now the thing is about this, the baseball card. I wanted to ask you: are you the first non-pro who's ever been accorded this privilege?
That's what they said. I mean, that was a lot of fun. That was a big deal for me. You know, it's like being a kid again, and that's the only way I'm ever going to get on a baseball card. So, hopefully, it'll be collectible.
Yeah.
There's big money in it. What I want them to do is send me about 100,000, and I'll burn 999,000, and then sell the rest, and I can retire.
It's like Lex Luthor's plan to.
Yeah.
Remember, he wanted to blow up the San Andreas Fault, and everything falls off, and then Nevada becomes the coastline. It's sort of like that
beach
there.
property. So,
for those Luthor files in the crowd. Now, your sport of choice was, were you a volleyball guy? That was your thing?
I played a lot of volleyball on the beach growing up in California. And then I played at USC, played basketball. Didn't play any baseball. I was a 6'4" forward. Decided to concentrate on that. You have a lot of wisdom in your youth, and that was a real smart decision.
Who was playing then? Was it Mo Layton, Paul Westphal?
No, Lou Alcindor, who became somebody else, you know.
Yeah,
he
became Wilt Chamberlain.
And when we'd practice at USC, because being a 6'4" forward, I sat on the bench a lot. So when we practice at USC, we prepare for our crosstown rival, UCLA, by running their offense. And the guys who weren't playing would run the offense. And I told Kareem this. I used to be him in practice. So that's my brush with greatness.
Did you have to wear the afro and all that?
Yeah, well, I didn't have the afro, actually. But I could jump, you know.
Yeah, you were a leaper?
In spite of that recently bigoted, that completely racist film title that we heard recently.
Can't jump. You ran counter to
all
that.
I could do. I couldn't shoot. All I could do was jump, and I was great in warm-up, stuffing the ball.
Well, you still hang in with the Olympic squad a little, don't you? Or you still know those guys? Don't you?
I know them, and I'm the honorary captain. And
how do they look for this year?
Well, they look good. You know, they won gold medals in the last 2 Olympics, and if they do this one, no one's done that in history. So it'll be great for that to happen. And they're a good bunch of guys. Actually, they get a lot of exposure now because all of us see a lot of volleyball on TV and, you know, the beach game and stuff.
Did they have anybody to step in to take Karai's place, though? He seemed to be the guts of that team.
Well, Karch is kind of irreplaceable, and, you know, that's his own decision. He certainly put in his time, but, no, he's tough to replace. He's the greatest player in the world. I got to play with him once.
Yeah?
I scrimmaged with the U.S. team.
Was he just another plateau up, or could you hang in there with him?
Well, he took a lot of the focus away from me, which is great. Every so often I'd get a set and nobody'd go up and block, so I could hit it because they were concentrating on Karch. But it's a great group of guys, and I'm glad they did that well. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this Olympics because a lot of the team's intact.
Yeah, and Timmons back. He could be the first guy to win 3
he was on your show, wasn't he?
He was cool. But we had him trying to spike balls into Waterford Crystal, and he kept missing them, for God's sake. I think they've taken him off the team since then.
Well,
now tell me about fatherhood. This is the ultimate game. It is
the ultimate game, isn't it? I mean, all this other stuff is. I don't know what this other stuff is.
You've gone through it twice, though. You had kids like 20 years ago.
I got a 24-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter. So, and it's real different. It's not only different generations for me, and I'm probably in a different place, both financially and emotionally. I'm also, she's a girl.
Most she's are.
Yeah. But it's really, I don't know. Your baby?
I have a little boy. Oh, yeah. He's like 2 years, 1 month old.
Well, wait till you get a girl.
Yeah. And he keeps saying to me, Daddy, I want to meet Magnum's daughter. And I say, son.
She's not dating until she's 40, though.
40, that's soon, huh?
That's my rule. That's my only rule. The rest of the discipline's up to Jilly, but no dating.
Well, if they ever brought me home and you had that beard, I'd be so scared. Plus, I wouldn't know what to do. Hi, Mr. Well, Tommy, thanks for coming on. It's our last show, man. I'm glad you got on. Allman Brothers, right after this. We'll be right back.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
Eclipse. Noun. The motion of one heavenly body passing in front of another. An eclipse occurs only with the perfect alignment of arcs and curves and angles. Eclipse. Verb. To surpass. To leave others behind. Eclipse for 1992. From Mitsubishi, the word is getting around. You may also lease a base model Eclipse for as little as $500 down and $149 a month. Tostitos restaurant-style tortilla chips. You've never had it this good. Tostitos. This is the taste that takes you there.
Great night for a party.
Now, when life turns up the heat,
Hi. Oh, where is it?
there's Degree antiperspirant.
Great night for a party.
Degree's body heat activated to release extra protection. Every time your body heat rises, Degree turns on that extra protection. So when you really need it, Degree keeps you drier, fresher. Degree, your body heat turns it on.
Chill out, man.
Hey, Mom. No bouncing in my kitchen, guys.
I'm thirsty. Yeah, what do you got? Check it out. We got a soda, OJ, triple stack, Sunny Delight. Sunny Deep. Sunny Deep.
Tastes like orange and tangerine.
Yeah, lime.
Some healthy junk, too.
Yeah, you could use some. Hey, overtime, guys. You gotta cool off.
Sunny Delight. The good stuff kids go for.
The Casablanca ceiling fan clearance is almost over. Don't miss your chance to own America's best name in ceiling fans at our lowest clearance prices. Littman Brothers, the ceiling fan experts, has Chicago's largest in-stock Casablanca selection. You'll find the fan you want, and you can take it home today. Littman Brothers has thousands of fans in every color and style, every size and price range. You can get American-made quality and save. Want a Casablanca ceiling fan at a fraction of retail value? Don't miss the Casablanca ceiling fan clearance at Littman Brothers.
Is it on? Today, Wendy's is happy to announce a great low price on a new old-fashioned single combo. It's a quarter pound of fresh beef, hot off the grill, made just the way you want it. Plus, baby fries that are really big, and you get your favorite 20-ounce drink. Now, that's what I call a real meal. What's more, you save a bundle.
Try Wendy's old-fashioned single combo, just $2.99 for a limited time.
Was it something I said?
Cub fans, this is your chance to vote for the 92 Cub MVP. To vote, call 1-900-820-CUBS, $1.45 per call. Children under 18 must have parental permission. Be ready with your favorite player's uniform number. Proceeds benefit WGN-TV, Children's Charities, and Cubs Care. The program sponsor, the Robert R. McCormick Tribune Foundation, will also contribute $1 for every call made. Again, that number, 1-900-820-CUBS, $1.45 per call, will honor the winning player during the October 3rd Cubs game.
He's one street tough kid who gets his kicks, taking the law into his own hands. Brian Genesee, Street Justice.
Saturday at 4.
The Northwest Suburban Special Olympics is sponsoring a benefit July 30th in Itasca. For more information about this and other upcoming events, call 708-392-2848.
Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. As I sat here interviewing Tom Selleck, I started to get choked up because I realized that Tom, probably the last time I'll interview him, and he's my last vestige of contact with Larry Manetti and Roger E. Mosley. My next guests have been together for over 20 years, here tonight performing Melissa from their new live album, The Allman Brothers.
Crossroads seem to come and go. Yeah. Gypsy flies from coast to coast. Going with me, loving none. Bearing sorrow, having fun. Back home we'll always run to sweet Melissa. Yeah. Freight train, each car looks the same. All the same. sweet Melissa. Without Melissa. Yes, I know he won't stay without Melissa. No, no.
How low can Highland's prices go? Not 40, not 35% above cost like some stores. Oh, no, lower. Not 30, not 25% above cost like other people's sale prices. No, lower. For a few days only, Highland is lowering its prices to 16% above cost or less on all audio, video, appliances, and computers, everything. Nobody is lower on price, and nobody tops Highland for help and advice. Highland, the best price and honest advice.
I got the top down, baby, and the radio up. Running for the border, honey, love that stuff. Lettuce, cheese, and tomatoes and sour cream. Honey, have you tasted Taco Supreme? Onions, beef, bread sauce, cheddar cheese. Love that burrito Supreme Louise. Soft Taco Supreme, just $79. And Nacho Supreme, they taste so fine. I got the top down, baby, and the radio up. Running for the border, honey, love that stuff.
Like a
Every Chevy S10 Blazer gives you the security of four-wheel anti-lock brakes, standard, which helps you steer through a curve while braking. Without it, you don't have as much control. And now get the security of S10 Blazer plus $2,000 cash back. Only from Chevrolet. Chevy trucks.
Snapping arrow straight.
The trucks you can depend on. The trucks that last.
There's a time to laugh. Oh, there's a time to cry. There are times you can't let pass you by. Did you see it on Showtime? They got the movies no one else can show. Did you see it? No other channel has them. Anywhere you go, they'll entertain you like no one else does. No, did you see it? Did you see that show? Did you see it on Showtime?
Welcome back. Welcome back. By the way, the Allman Brothers will be back later to sing us another song. You know, we got an American classic. You know, we've got our final voicemail message. Can we hear it, please?
Hey, Dennis. Hey, how are you? This is Mike, calling from Detroit. Hey, I really like that Foods That Kill bit, but why didn't you use a real box of rice? I'm a big fan of yours. Okay, I'm out of here.
You know, Mike is referring to a comedy piece we did on the show called Foods That Kill, and I think we have some tape of that. Dave, can we roll that, please?
Of 10-minute rice.
Well, that doesn't sound too dangerous to me.
With snake venom? And if the snake venom doesn't get you, the packaging will.
Now, what the caller noticed was that we used 10-minute rice, which is a brand we made up. The truth is we wanted to use Uncle Ben's converted rice, and we asked Uncle Ben's for permission to use their product in the sketch. When we received this letter, it says, we do not grant permission to use the box of Uncle Ben's rice at any time in any way as part of the television series entitled The Dennis Miller Show. We strongly object and regret very much that you neglected to mention during our phone conversation the knife popping out of the box. Now, the people at Uncle Ben's didn't want us to use their product because they were afraid that people would really think that rice contains snake venom and that a knife pops out of the top of the box like it did in our bit. At the time, we here at the show thought that was pretty stupid, but now that we've had time to think about it, we realized that they were right, and we can only imagine what would have happened if.
Imagine the panic of the tyrannical leader who downs a heaping plate of Uncle Ben's converted rice.
Doesn't sound dangerous to me, Nick.
With snake venom? And if the snake venom doesn't get you, the packaging will.
Just let me get this rice started, Lois, and then we can visit, okay?
Rice! Oh my God, Karen, no!
My God, what did you do this for?
Didn't you see the Dennis Miller Show? Some boxes of rice now contain snake venom and knives that pop out of the top of the box.
Oh my God, you saved my life. I'm going to have to call everyone I know out there and warn them about the deadly rice and tell them not to buy it.
It's a total chaos. And who do we have to thank for it? Well, I'll tell you who. Dennis Miller, that's who. I say we lynch him. Lynching is much too quick for his kind. I say we burn him at the stake. Yeah, burn him good. Who's with me? Get ready to burn, Miller. And also, after burning, I'd like to invite everyone to my house for rice Cerrone. You can't do this. It's just a joke. Don't you see it? A joke. A joke.
I don't think I ever need to see my tongue that closely again. It would not be overstating things to say that my next guest is a woman who helped alter the consciousness of a generation, the co-founder of Ms. Magazine, which is celebrating its 20th year, Gloria Steinem. Gloria. How are you, Gloria?
Well, I feel right at home because feminism has been declared dead every Wednesday at tea time for 20 years, and they were wrong. So those guys don't know what they're talking about, and they don't know what about this show either, right?
Well, thank you. That's nice here. Where do you stand now? Where does the feminist movement stand? It seems to me that on the one hand, you have the young line, Susan Faludi, who's been on here, was quite eloquent in her aspirations, and then you, sort of the standard bearer for many years. But it seems to me that in some way, some perverse way, women's worst enemy can be women. It seems like they've turned inward on themselves or something.
No, not really. I mean, women don't have the power to be our own worst enemy, even if we wanted to be our own worst enemy. We aren't the ones who are in the Senate or doing the employment and so on.
I just mean the fact that it's so fractionalized. I wish...
Oh, but it isn't fractionalized. I mean, I wish it were more fractionalized.
Really?
Because we're so conscious of this stereotype that women don't get along, that we're afraid to disagree with each other. And actually, there's pretty massive agreement on what the basic issues are, and there's support in all the public opinion polls, majority support for the issues. No, if we could just get rid of George Bush, everything would be fine.
Well, what's your take on the other guy, though? Is Clinton going to do anything, or doesn't it look like business as usual to you?
No, it doesn't look like business as usual. And actually, I'm old enough to remember the Kennedy-Nixon race, which was the origin of this tactic of making us feel that voting doesn't matter, that there's no choice. That was the first year that there was a massive campaign to say, look, these two guys are just the same. And that's a way of keeping us from voting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the right wing who tries to get its own vote out and to keep the rest of us from voting. But there is a huge difference between these two candidates. I mean, there are literally people who will be alive if Clinton is elected, who won't be alive if Bush is elected. Whether they're in Iraq or whether they need abortions or whatever it is, there's a huge difference. And also, Clinton listens, you know, and that's what we need. We have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
But we need somebody who doesn't stop us.
Are you fearful of the subtle hedging that's going on with Roe v. Wade? It seems like they never overturn it quite, but they always sort of...
They really have pretty much overturned it. I mean, you know, they've gutted it. And we've got a Freedom of Choice Act that will be passed in Congress, but we don't have enough votes to keep it from being vetoed. So Bush will, I'm sure, veto it, which will smoke him out again on this issue. And since it is such a popular... It's really the premier issue in the whole presidential race.
I think it's obviously the premier issue of our time. I mean, I believe that if there's any issue in this country that people are going to go to war about, it seems to be this one.
I mean, the power of the government has to stop at our skins, you know, and that's really what this is about, that we have the right to make these decisions.
But you know what's happening is there's an interesting faction of the community that's coming out publicly for the first time, people who don't believe in abortions, and yet more strongly believe that they have no right whatsoever to tell another human being what to do about it.
Yeah, but that's the point. I mean, the point is not what we decide, but that we have the power to make the choice ourselves, and that's what reproductive freedom means. I mean, it means it's a basic right. It's like freedom of speech, and it means the freedom to have children as well as the freedom not to have children. Mm-hmm. But the point is always who makes the decision, who has the power.
Yeah. Now, on the political side of this again, has the Hill Thomas hearings been a call to arms for females in this country? Is our inspector going to be swept out in November? That seems like
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, it seems sure, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. But it was the first time that on television for days in prime time and all the time there was an issue that really concerned women's real lives. And it galvanized people. There had been, you know, a lot of activity on that issue for a long time. Actually, the issue was only named in the mid-'70s, sexual harassment. Before that, it was just called life. I mean, you know, there was no...
the way it is.
Yeah, right. And then there got to be, you know, legal theory about it and so on. But those hearings really, really galvanized the country. And now you see Carol Moseley Braun in Chicago, in Illinois, who's a terrific candidate, Lynn Yackel. I mean, you know, it did make a big difference.
Now, we want to talk about, this is the 20th anniversary of Ms. Magazine, also Gloria's own book, Revolution from Within, a book of self-esteem. I want to thank her for coming on. We're running a little short here. I have to wrap up my show, but thank you for coming on, Gloria. Bye-bye. We'll be right back with the Allman Brothers.
Weights and skates.
Some things were never meant to go together. Other things always were, like the tastes in combo snacks. Only Combos fills crunchy pretzels with creamy, spicy nacho cheese. That's why Combos is the one snack that's twice as good.
The best things in life are free.
Cash flow. Right. My cash has been flowing so fast, I couldn't get a grip on it. Till I got my hands on a new Excel. Now, scheduled service and maintenance don't cost me a dime. Absolutely zero. Which is cool, because now I have more cash to go with the flow.
The Excel, America's most affordable car. From Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai.
Red Devil Enamel. You can always count on its durable finish. Harder than ordinary paints, its beauty lasts and lasts. Red Devil Enamel, for the finish of a lifetime.
Remember, every time you breathe out,
And use
Smoked salmon.
someone else may be breathing in.
Excellent.
Try Breath Saver sugar-free mints with the core of confidence and share them.
Brewed from the start to be the one great tasting beer that's less filling. Miller Lite. It's everything you want a beer to be.
Tomorrow, cash machines. Come on, Miller Lite, I like it like that. Come on!
The perfect parent.
Life is not a game.
The perfect kids.
He followed me home.
The perfect family for Mazda Mania 2, the summer's premier sales event. Now get $1,000 cash back from Mazda on a Mazda MPV. Don't miss these gargantuan values.
It's Mazda!
Don't miss Mazda Mania 2. Get $1,000 cash back on a new Mazda MPV now.
The Casablanca ceiling fan clearance is almost over. Don't miss your chance to own America's best name in ceiling fans at our lowest clearance prices. Littman Brothers, the ceiling fan experts, has Chicago's largest in-stock Casablanca selection. You'll find the fan you want, and you can take it home today. Littman Brothers has thousands of fans in every color and style, every size and price range. You can get American-made quality and save. Want a Casablanca ceiling fan at a fraction of retail value? Don't miss the Casablanca ceiling fan clearance at Littman Brothers.
I just can't keep a lid on it. It's easy to eat smart with portable Light and Lively snack-sized cottage cheese. It goes great with my favorite greens, or when I'm on a roll. And at tea time, I like the fruit flavors. It's so creamy and delicious, it even goes great by itself.
Enjoy the good protein snack, Light and Lively cottage cheese. Eat smart and look it.
Welcome back. Once again, performing Blue Sky, the Allman Brothers.
Walk along the river, sweet lullaby. It just keep on flowing. It don't worry
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Dawn Dishwashing Liquid. It takes grease out of your way.
You know what those clear dishwashing liquids have? An identity crisis. Are they gentle or tough on grease? Sensitive or strong? What's that clear stuff going to do? Massage the pork grease off this pan? Come on. I know Dawn's the best for grease. Was, is, and always will be.
Dawn breaks up grease, takes it away, and helps keep it away from dishes and hands, proving no clear liquid performs like Dawn.
My Dawn's better at getting the grease. Are we clear on that?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
You say your eyes are red, irritated, dry? Don't hide them. Help them with Clear Eyes. It gets rid of the redness and has an extra moisturizing ingredient, too. Clear Eyes.
Official eye drops of the U.S. swim team.
Sunburst by Sun Chips. Sun Chips multigrain snacks. A little sun never tasted so good.
Car and Driver has named it to its 10 best list 4 years in a row. Now, there's a Mitsubishi Eclipse you can lease for just $500 down and as little as $149 a month. But hurry, this Eclipse will soon disappear. Mitsubishi, the word is getting around.
Tile Outlet has hundreds of styles and colors of floor and wall tile on display. And as you walk around Tile Outlet, you'll see values everywhere, like this self-stick resilient floor tile. It's easy to install, great looking, and very affordable at Tile Outlet's low prices. And remember, at Tile Outlet, you'll walk out the door with your purchase. Tile Outlet, 2444 West Fullerton in Chicago, just 3 blocks west of the Kennedy Expressway.
Welcome back. I'd like to thank my guests, Tom Selleck, Gloria Steinem, the Allman Brothers, Sharon Stone, and David Spade. I'd like to give those numbers again, 1-900-468-2210 or 1-900-468-2211 if you want to register your vote for the show. Like I said, all proceeds go to a good cause, the Pediatric AIDS Foundation. I'd like to thank all of you and all of you people at home. I promised you I'd be the last one off the embassy roof, and as you can see, it's starting to get weird around here, so I'm going to get out of here right now. Thank you very much, folks.
This is the end